Wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand from the Caribbean. Wave your hand, wave your hand, wave your hand from your number one. From you ready for the competition. You not take intimidation. Woman or man, we have no hand.
This is how we play the game. This is how we play. And we gon' represent and show them who we stand for. Let's turn it up and light the flame, like a flame.
All right, it's time for your daily dose of Caribbean Premier League right here on the SportsMax Zone. The Barbados Royals defeated the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons by 10 runs on the Duckworth-Lewis Stern method in their first home match of the season on Wednesday night to continue their perfect start to the campaign. Here's Lennox Aldred with the recap.
Their perfect start to the CPL season, host Barbados Royals asked the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons to take first strike under the lights at the Kensington Oval. With confidence flying high for the Falcons, who were coming off back-to-back wins, openers Brandon King and Justin Greaves took 20 runs from the first 2 overs, with King, who was put down on 7 off the bowling of Mihash Tishana, the aggressor. Greaves grew in confidence, taking a liking to Afghan seaman Naveen ul Haq, and just as they did against the Patriots last time out, the right-handed duo constructed a 50-run opening stand. The Falcons 55 without loss at the end of the power play. When Brandon King was outfoxed by Keshav Maharaj in the 7th over for a 19-ball 27, it brought Sam Billings to the crease. And after a tame start, and with the innings going nowhere fast, the Englishman set his sights on Obed McCoy, pulling out all the shots to help the visitors smash 20 runs from the 16th over, including 4 fours from the bat of Billings.
This is an important over.
The Royals responded with a double strike from former skipper Jason Holder, who first removed Billings for 56. Then Fabian Allen, who contributed 1 from his 2 deliveries faced. Justin Greaves' strike rate slowed at one end, while the hosts continued to take wickets at the other. It took a few boundaries from the bat of Shamar Springer to get the Falcons up to 176 for 5, their joint highest score of the season. Now, with 177 to get, the Royals found themselves 1 down in no time, as Raheem Cornwall survived an LBW appeal from Mohamed Amir, only to fall to Chris Green the very next delivery. Alec Athenes joined Quinton de Kock, and the pair took a few risks to get their partnership going after the Royals managed just 13 runs from the first 18 deliveries. The left-handed de Kock soon got the run chase back on track, capitalizing on the final over of the power play to the tune of 18 runs, Captain Green at the receiving end. An injury to Fabian Allen, who was yet to bowl a ball in the match, did not help the Falcons' cause.
And again, it's not going to get into the boundary because Fabian Allen is Superman. I really hope he's okay. That did not look good.
But the break to get in treatment might have worked in their favor, as a collision between the batters left Alec Athenes short of his ground just after the resumption, with the Royals going at just over 7 when the required run rate was above 10.5. The Falcons were well and truly in the contest until the 12th over, that was, where Rashawn Primus produced 4 wides and 3 no balls, while conceding 2 fours and the maximum before delivering the required 6 legal deliveries. There were a few more blows from David Miller and skipper Rothman Powell, which left the Royals well ahead on the Duckworth-Lewis Stern method before the rain came. Only 3 more deliveries were possible when play resumed, before more rain eventually forced the game to be called off, with the Royals 127 for 3, enough to earn them a 10-run win via DLS. The win keeps the Royals in second on maximum 6 points, behind the Guyana Amazon Warriors on net run rate, while the Falcons have now lost 5 of their 7 matches.
And Trinbago Knight Riders not far behind.
All right, so the Barbados Royals, they continue their winning ways, and what a time to do it, a place to do it at home. So brilliant stuff from the Barbados Royals. Unfortunate for Ricardo's Antigua and the Barbuda Falcons, because you got the 2 wins, Ricardo. You were counting it 2 out of 2 wins, and we made fun of you. It's unfortunate, though, because the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, without a doubt, they have a lot of quality, and they deserve to be among the wins.
Yeah, they certainly do. Unfortunate that the game didn't go all the way last night, because you never know what would happen. The Barbados Royals, I would say, very much in control at that stage of the contest, especially after the over where 23 came from Russian Primus. And I think that's where the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons will look back and say to themselves, this is definitely where we lost the game tonight, because before that they were ahead by 4 on the Duckworth-Lewis Stern method. So the game ended at that stage, they would have won it, and then you concede 23, and all of a sudden you find yourselves 10 behind, and you go on and lose the game because there is no further play. So unfortunate for them, but again, I thought another very good CPL game where both teams showed quality. There were also periods where there was not a lot of quality, quite a number of chances put down on both ends. There were 3 catches put down on the part of the Barbados Royals. The captain, Rovman Powell, putting down 2 actually. One of them, he ran into the big unit, and that could have been calamitous, really. Thankfully, it ended well, and then there was a cotton bowl opportunity put down as well. So great cricket, not so great cricket, but all round, I thought it made for a pretty exciting game, and it was unfortunate it didn't go all the way because of the rain.
Yeah, and the fact is that with the fact that the match was decided on the Duckworth-Lewis method, and which was caused by the rain, the rain and the wetness of the ball may have contributed to that Rohan Primus over as well, because the ball did appear to be slipping as he tried to bowl. So in more ways than one, the wet conditions may have affected the Falcons.
Yeah, definitely. But one of the things, Lance, apart from the weather, I wanted to talk about, and I'm surprised Ricardo didn't bring it up, is Justin Graves and his score, the 61 of 52, because one of the things we said when we started the CPL and we began our discussions, Ricardo, is that we were looking for our West Indies players, Caribbean players, stepping up, making their mark, and not only doing that in 1 or 2 games, but doing so consistently. So weren't you so pleased to see him among the run scorers?
So yes, but there was an issue there for me as well. So Justin Graves has batted really well since he's come into the Falcons setup at the top of the order. He's definitely added something in that opening position, and now with Brandon King alongside him as well, it looks like a very good opening unit, and they have produced 2 half-century opening stands so far. But at the back end of the inning, somewhere between overs 15 and 18, that's where you want your batsmen who are set to really be able to dominate the bowling. And that's where I felt that the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons were let down a little bit last night. And a lot of that was down to Justin Graves. Again, not easy conditions, wasn't necessarily easy to get the ball away. But when you have a set batsman in that situation, you want them to be able to cash in. And I just felt that 176 for 5 could easily have been 185 or 190 if Graves had been able to go a little bit quicker at the back end, which Lennox Aldred pointed out in that rap that we heard. So that was my one disappointment with his knock.
I thought it was a good game, though. It was a pretty good game, and the Barbados Royals sort of breaking the trend of getting home wins, because home wins haven't been common in the CPL up to this point in the tournament, and we were anticipating difficulties for them because of what we've seen with the home teams so far in the tournament.
You know, some would say, Lance and Mariah, that the big home teams are not yet home. Well, Barbados Royals are home now. Guyana Amazon Warriors haven't gone home yet. TKR haven't gone home yet. And some will say, well, those are the favorites. So don't be too surprised that they are knocking off wins of the other teams away from home. But
even
yes,
Paul
you are
made that
right.
point. Paul had made that same point in his press conference when he was asked about the loss to the Falcons. He was saying, you know, we have so much matches, and when we get home, it's a different vibe.
Yeah, it was a good game though, you are right. I thought it was a good game. I try to think all the CPL games, maybe with the exception of the one that the St. Lucia Kings were bowled out for 100, have been really good. I've genuinely really enjoyed the CPL this year, and the quality of the matches and how deep pretty much all the matches have gone and how competitive they've all been.
Yeah, same. Well, I wonder what the producers have in store for our Angostura play of the day. Let's
Oh, he's got a spring in that bat. A catch out there in the stands. It's been dropped, but it's a Republic Bank maximum.
good with this Republic Bank maximum, or based on other things that we would have seen in the match, Ricardo?
I like it, actually. I like this one. For me, to play a shot over cover or over extra cover is never easy. It's one of the shots that I really like to see. but there was also something special about this one, and you heard the commentator Joel Manning says as if there was spring on the bat, because yeah, the way he picked that up and lifted it over extra cover, magnificent shot, and it went a long way as well. So I don't have a difficulty with this one being the Angostura play of the day.
And then he's doing it at home too.
Yeah, I could chill with that shot every day of the week.
What about you, Lance? Are you chilling or no?
No major difficulties. That was a pretty quick delivery from Springer, and he had to get into position very quickly to get room to loft the ball in the way. I saw quite a few spectacular shots last night. That was one of several. But I have no issues with that getting the play of the day for Angostura.
All right, the producers get the pass mark. Remember, the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League continues on SportsMax tonight. And we have, what do we have? The 5th place St. Lucia Kings hosting bottom of the table St. Kitts and Nevis at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time, 6 p.m. in Jamaica. That's immediately after the SportsMax Zone. Really excited for that one. Both teams coming off losses. Team, what say you? Pick one. Are you picking? No?
We're picking a break.
Okay, break time. So they say.
It's how we play.
Follow me then. Every man, every pitch, every fan, every deal, every wicket, every storm. And the art and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean blood. When people come out of nation, it's a team in a unification.